Now live. Yay! Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sarah. I'm here to talk to you today, if you saw my title, about healthy hot chocolate 2 ways, okay? Before we do that, I would love to know how cold it is near you, because here it is -2 and it feels like -22 or something like that, something crazy like that. So I heard, and so I'm in upstate New York. I've heard even in Texas they had like an ice storm and the airports were closed and all this stuff. So I want you to tell me where you are and what the temperature is. And if it's somewhere that's like 70 degrees or 80, I'm gonna be jealous. Hey, see a bunch of people hopping on. I don't see any temperatures yet. Tell me how warm or cold it is near you. Okay, before I start, I'm gonna tell you first maybe why you would consider making your own healthy hot chocolate at home instead of buying a conventional mix, okay? If you wanna have like the big names, like the Nestle, the Swiss Miss, whatever, that's fine. What I heard recently was that it's super important to help the person you used to be, and I love that. So I help myself, like the person I used to be, in terms of I wanted to make income from home. So now I help people do that. Another part of my journey was I wanted to be healthier. So now I make healthier versions of things and share. So if you are good with your like Swiss Miss, that's fine. But I wasn't years ago. So now I make healthier versions at home. So if you want to make a healthier version at home, I'm here to help you. If you don't, that's okay. No big deal. Okay? So first I have pulled up on my computer so I can read to you the ingredients of those popular mixes, okay? I don't know if I should say what they are. I kind of already did. Okay, so most of them have sugar, corn syrup, modified whey, cocoa, hydrogenated oils, non-fat milk. Okay, let me go to the next one. Vegetable oil, coconut and or palm kernel and or soybean. What else? Okay, a bunch of other stuff. Guar gum, artificial flavors, sucralose in this one. May contain wheat in one too. Okay, so let me talk about those ingredients and why you might not want to include them in your diet, okay? So the first one is corn syrup or corn syrup solids. That is commonly found in all the like conventional over-the-counter mixes like Swiss Miss, Nestle, like the Walmart brand. Okay, so I think a lot of people know why not to consume corn syrup, but it's a heavily processed form of sugar and it's made from GMO corn. So if you're trying to avoid GMOs, I would avoid the corn syrup and corn syrup solids, okay? Very inflammatory. Conventional whey or dairy solids, those are also derived from conventionally raised dairy cows who were likely raised in a large factory farm on a diet of GMOs, okay? Natural flavors or artificial flavors, these were in a lot of them. I don't know if I'm nervous. I feel like I'm out of breath and I'm just standing here. Okay, so natural ingredients, you don't really know, or natural flavors, you don't really know what that means. Sometimes it might be fine, but sometimes it could be made of like a whole bunch of stuff that you might not necessarily want to include, but we don't know. Like they don't have to disclose they're allowed to say natural flavors, and it could be like a ton of different things. So while I do have some products in my healthier pantry that sometimes have natural flavors, I try to avoid it. Artificial flavors, I definitely try to avoid. That's in like the Nestle one. Those are just like chemical mixtures. Gross, okay? A lot of times they come from crude oil or coal tar. I don't want that in my hot chocolate. Next, let's see. Mono and diglycerides. That's in like the Swiss Miss and like the Great Value hot chocolate. That's an emulsifier. It's a byproduct of oil processing, including canola and soybean oil. It may contain trans fat too. It's detrimental to health if you didn't know. It's banned in a lot of places, but only if it's over a certain amount. So it's allowed because it's a tiny amount, but I don't want any trans fat, you know? Okay. Sucralose, artificial sweetener, try to avoid. Cellulose gum, it's a thickener. A lot of times it's made from wood and it's cheap, but I don't know, I don't really want to do it. A lot of times it can be linked to weight gain, inflammation, various digestive problems. So I think a lot of these ingredients are ridiculous. My kids last year did have like regular hot chocolate while they were out. Kevin and I looked at each other and were like, and now every time we send them with their own, like a little bit better hot chocolate packets. But at home, I have something for you, okay? I'm gonna show you how I make my hot chocolate at home 2 different ways. There's actually a ton of ways to make a healthier hot chocolate at home, but I'm gonna show you 2 of my favorites. For example, when I make my chai lattes a lot of time, I just did a reel about this on Instagram and Facebook, and it's on TikTok too. And I use whole dates and blend it. So the sky's the limit. You can do it a ton of different ways, but again, here's my 2. So first, I'm gonna use the blender, and I'm gonna tell you what's in the blender right now. Let me see. I have it written down so I don't forget anything. Oh my gosh, I think I should do the stove one first so I can get it going. Hold on, take it back. Okay, so this one on the stove is gonna be maple sea salt hot chocolate. Yum! Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I guess you don't really have to see it, okay? So, first of all, I'm using raw cacao. It's CACAO. As opposed to cocoa. It's less processed, and it actually has much higher antioxidant level. It's like almost 100, I'm not gonna say what it is. Look it up if you want. Cacao versus cocoa antioxidants. And then it also has a little bit higher of some other nutrients and stuff too. So 1.5 tablespoons cacao. If you don't have cacao, it's okay. Use cocoa powder, okay? But I'm just saying, if you're shopping, next time you might wanna check out cacao powder. Okay, so 1.5 tablespoons raw cacao, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, and this is all like a very, like you can switch it up if you don't want cinnamon, but the cinnamon in it is delicious. A 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, that's what makes it salted. Let me get a 1/4. I'm just adding all this to a saucepan. 2 tablespoons maple syrup. That's what makes it the maple sea salt. I love maple syrup as a sweetener. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. I forget if I already said that. 2 tablespoons. Okay. And you can vary, I'm just gonna set this on the counter. You can vary the amounts of milk or water, or you could use all milk or all water. I usually do a mixture. So I'm gonna do 1/2 cup. This is homemade cashew milk. Only ingredients, cashews and water, blended out. So easy. Doesn't have, you know, any stabilizers or thickeners or anything like that. So we like making our own. You don't even have to use a nut bag and strain it like you do with other milks. That's why we love the cashew milk. But, you know, do what you want, whatever floats your boat. So I'm gonna do like a 1/2 cup milk and a 1/2 cup hot water, or just water. We have a hot water dispenser, so it's priceless. Love that thing. So I'm gonna do like 1/2 cup water, 1/2 cup milk, and pour it in. You could obviously, you don't need to use hot water because you're gonna heat it up, but that's what I'm gonna do to speed it up so I'm not on here all day. I don't know, I wrote these down so I could tell you the amounts, but honestly, usually I just estimate. So you can do up to like 1.5 cups of water or milk, or you could do less depending on how sweet you want it and depending on how big your mug is, okay? If you have a giant mug, sure, put in more liquid. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, and then I'll do the other one. The other one I have mostly ready, so just get a whisk. Should I turn this on? Ooh, no. Helpful for me, but it kind of doesn't make the video so good. Okay, so just whisk that up. The heat's on. It'll be ready really soon since I used hot water, but let me show you what's in the other one. The other one, and you could do either of these in the blender or either of them on the stove, but because I'm doing both and I want to show you 2 different ways, I'm showing you 2 different ways, okay? So this one so far, I have in the Vitamix here, 1.5 tablespoons again of raw cacao powder, 1 tablespoon coconut butter, also could be called coconut manna. Let me show all the screens here. Okay, coconut manna or coconut butter. I get this at Thrive Market. I'm pretty sure they have it at Wegmans or other grocery stores too. But here's that. That adds a really nice creaminess and fat to it. Okay. Next for this healthy hot chocolate, I have a half teaspoon of this reishi mushroom powder. So healthy, so good for you, and it kind of chills you out too. So if you want a hot chocolate that's also going to relax you. Hey Carlene, hey everyone. Wow, a ton of people signing on. Maybe sign it on and off because it's like a whole list there. Okay, so that's in this one. Oh, this is something else I get on Thrive Market, but I think they have it a lot of different places, okay? And optional, but since we're talking healthy, here we go. So there's that. 1 to 2 tablespoons coconut sugar. That is something else I obviously just got on Thrive since it says Thrive Market. I do have a discount code for you. It gets you like 40% off your first order. If you want it, reach out to me. If you know someone else with a Thrive Market, get it from them. So anyway, yeah. I feel like it has, and it's sustainable, this one too, which is cool. Organic coconut blossom sugar. Okay, so I did 2 tablespoons of that since I'm gonna give this to the kids before gymnastics, and they like it a little sweeter, but if you want it less sweet, you could just do 1. So this one, I wrote down a 1/4 cup of any kind of milk. Again, I have cashew, and 3/4 cup hot water, but again, you can play with it, see how much you want. Do more liquid, do less. Oh, I hate measuring a 1/4 cup on here. I'm just gonna do the rest with the hot water dispenser. That is more than a cup. So again, it's very, do what works for you. You can't really mess it up. And the beautiful thing is, if you taste it and you're like, ooh, I want it a little bit sweeter, make it a little bit sweeter. Add a little more syrup, add a little more whatever, okay? Let me just whisk this. Smells so good. Oh, I wish Instagram had smell-o-vision, and Facebook, hey, because it smells so good. And it's probably done. I'm gonna leave it just on low, just in case. Okay, so I'm gonna really quick blend this. And for Facebook, I'll go ahead and put these in the comments. For Instagram, I don't know, watch the replay. I can't put a photo comment on Instagram, you know? So let me blend it real quick, and then I'll call the kids in and have them tell me which they like better. They always like, you know, whatever we make pretty much, but I'm gonna see if they like one better than the other, because I've never made both at the same time, because why would you? Except for live video when you're trying to give tips, okay? Oh, it smells so good. This one smells like coconutty a little bit. Yeah, I knew I did too much liquid. I'm going to overflow my mug. I did a little too much liquid for this one. Okay. Ah! Don't judge me. I licked the blender. So if I wasn't on live, I would do that a little bit longer because I like my hot beverages very hot. And it's not very hot, it's just warm. Hey, you think I'm on? This is Katerina. Okay, I was gonna show you, let me shut the stove off. You wanna try?
Yeah,
Let me just stir this up one more time. Okay, so this one is a lot hotter. So what I'm gonna need you to do is tell me which one you like better. Which one is more kid? I know you like anything we make usually, but.
Can I have a sip?
Yes, and this is Oliver. You can have a sip too. Okay, why don't you start with this one? Yeah, because it's not as hot. Do you love it? That was a nod. He loves it.
Another sip.
You want another sip? Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know? Oliver loves it. Let's see. Let me see. It might be. This one might be super hot. Okay, let me tell you what this one is. I actually don't know if you've had this one. It's salted maple. And it has some cinnamon too. hot, so. Oh, it's good, huh? Is this an adult? Is this an adult one? Oh no, or do you like it?
I can't decide.
You can't decide which one you like better?
They are both good.
Okay, she said they're both good, so there you go. Well, I can end the video and give you your own cup of whichever one you want if you want. But I just wanted to know if you liked one over the other or if you think most kids would like one. Not sure?
I think most kids would like the maple one.
Okay, maple sea salt is her vote. Oliver really liked the first one, just the healthy hot chocolate with the reishi. So, I hope that helped. I hope you'll try this out. I hope you'll stay warm this weekend and the rest of the winter. She is in a little leotard because she's going to gymnastics soon. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye. Want to hit that button? I'll hit this one.
Yes.